Welcome back to another tutorial, guys. So my name is Jenny. So today's video is the drafting and cutting of this straight palazzo pants. This is an high waist trouser, so it's going to have a pocket and a band. So if you find this interesting, don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video, and also support this channel by turning on your notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Thank you to my old subscribers and my new subscribers. So let's get into it. Welcome back again, soulmates. So guys, this is the fabric we are going to be working with. So we are going to be drafting it directly on our fabric. So go ahead and fold a piece of fabric which is going to serve for the front. So to get the width, I used my time measurement to achieve the width of this fabric. Okay, so go ahead and use your time measurement. So the fabric is on fold because I'm going to be cutting out the two pieces for the front. Okay, so I'm going to just mark out my starting line. So on that starting line is going to serve as the waist area. So from that starting line, I'm going to come down by my crotch line. So to get your crotch line, you're going to use your hip measurement divided by 4. So after dividing it by 4, I got 10.5. Then I'm going to add extra 1.5 inches to that because this is an high waist trouser. Okay, so if yours is not going to be an high waist, go ahead and make use of your crotch the way it is, like your hip measurement divided by 4. Use it the way it is, like that. Okay, now to determine the hip line, go up by 2 inches from the crotch line. Okay, like you see me doing like this. So I went up by 2 inches because this is an high waist pants, remember. So I'm going to just mark out those points and I'm going to connect it like this. Okay, baby, you give me ice and fire. So this is the crotch line, the hip line and the waistline. So on the hip line, go ahead and divide your hip measurement by 4. Then you place it on the hip line, the crotch line, and also on the waistline, like you see me doing like this. Then connect the points with a straight line. So coming to the crotch line, I'm going to divide my time measurement by 2. So go ahead and divide your time measurement by 2, like you see me doing like this. Okay, when I divided it by 2, you can see what I have. I have 14 inches because I don't want this trouser to be too tight on me, so it's a little bit free. So that is why my time measurement is 14. Okay, so from that point, that arc point, you're going to go up by 1.25. Then coming to the waist area, I'm going to go in by 1/2 inch. Okay, so then I'm going to just connect this part with a slant curve. Please remember, we are going to connect it with a slant curve. So before then, I'm going to get the midpoint of this part. So go ahead and get the midpoint. Okay, so this is going to help you get a good curve at that area, at the crotch part, like this. So I'm going to just connect all the points together this way to get the crotch. Please don't make this part too curvy. So you can see mine was a little bit curvy. Just make it a little bit curvy at that area. Okay, so go ahead and place your waist measurements divided by 4 at the starting line at the waist area. Okay, so when I did that, so the waist is not going to have a dart. Okay, then I added 1.5 inches stitching allowance to the waist area. Coming to the crotch now, I'm going to divide what I have there and get the midpoint for me to have my crease line. Okay, so just divide what you have there by 2. So this is the midpoint. I'm going to take it all the way down to the end of the hem, like you see me doing like this. So after that, I'm going to determine the length of this trouser. So I'm actually going to use the full length of this fabric because I've deducted 1.5 inches for the band already before placing my full trouser length. Okay, so after that, I'm going to take the crease line all the way to the hem of the trouser. You can see with a straight line, you can see what we are having. So now at this part, remember I have 14 inches as my thigh measurement. So I'm going to subtract 1 inch and I'm going to place it this way. So after subtracting, I got 13 inches divided by 4. Remember we have line at the middle, so you have to divide it by 4. So after dividing, you can see the way I'm placing it. So I placed 6.5 inches at both sides of the line like this. Okay, I hope you are not confused. So if you are confused, please go ahead and watch this over and over again so that you'll be able to understand it perfectly. So after doing that, now I'm going to connect this line all the way to the crotch line, as you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so go ahead and connect all the lines to the crotch line. So I'm going to just take it all the way like this. You can see what I'm doing. So you can actually use your free hand in doing this, or if you have this curve rule which is normally used for the trouser aspect, you can also make use of it. Okay, if you have your pattern master or whatsoever they call it, you can make use of it. So I'm using my free hand at this part. So guys, the next thing now to do is to come down by ½ inch at the crotch area of the front like this. They are going to make a slant line towards the side of the waist like this. Then to get the pocket, I'm going to go in from the side of the front part by 2 inches. So you can go in by 2 inches or 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to come down by 6 inches. So that is the length of the pocket. This is how long I want the pocket to be. Okay, then I'm going to just have a curve like this. So you can curve yours or you can just leave it straight. Okay, so depending how you want the pocket shape to become. Now I'm going to just cut this out at this part. Then go ahead and cut it out. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. So I'm going to hold this together with my pin, the both piece of the front. So hold it together with your pin like this. Okay, so remember the pocket was not cut out because we have to place this to get the back piece. Okay, so for the back piece, I've gone ahead to fold another fabric. So this time around, the width of this fabric is going to be wider than that of the front. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to place the front piece on the fabric like this. You can see what I'm doing right here. So make sure you arrange everything properly. Make sure they align at the hem of the trouser. Okay, and make sure you leave a space at the top. So you can see there is a space at the top. Okay, so we are going to make use of that space right now. Then what I'm going to do next is to add 2 inches stitching allowance all the way from the crotch line, like you see me doing like this. Take it all the way to this cuff part. So when you get to this point, you're also going to add 2 inches to the crotch line, as you can see what I'm doing like this. So just go ahead and add 2 inches all the way. So for the back, I'm also going to curve this part like this. So make the back crotch curve to be a little bit slanted. Don't make it too curvy also. Okay, then go ahead and add 2 inches all the way to the bottom part of this trouser. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. So guys, after adding all my stitching allowance, the 2 inches stitching allowance to the bottom part, so this is what we have now. So coming to the waist area, I'm going to go up by 1.5 inches. So we all know that the back crotch is always higher than that of the front crotch. Okay, so just go ahead and add 1.5 inches to the top part. Okay, like this. So you can see what I'm doing, just for you guys to understand what I'm doing. So that is why I have to rule out this line. So the next thing now to do is to go ahead and measure out what you have at the waist of the front. You can see the waistline of the front. Measure it out what you have there. So after measuring it out, guys, I got 9.5. So I'm going to just actually rule out this starting line like so, okay? Now I'm going to place the 9.5 inches for the back waistline, starting from the back crotch. You can see the way I'm placing my tape to determine the 9.5 inches for the back, okay? The back waistline. So this is what we normally do, and I'm also going to mark out the hip area. So remember, the back is going to have a dart, okay? So we are going to have a dart at the back of the waistline of the trouser, okay? So I have 9.5 inches for the waist area. Now I'm going to add 1 inch to the back waistline, which is going to serve as the dart for the back. Then I'm going to connect it all the way to the hip line like this. You can see, just make a very good curve at that part like this, okay? So after getting that, now I'm going to make a slant line towards the side to the crotch like this. You can see what we are having. So this is it, guys. This is it, so that by the time you sit, your booms is not going to show, okay? So this is it, guys. You can see what we are having for the front and the back. So after getting this, the next thing to do now is to cut this out. So go ahead and cut it out, okay? You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. So guys, after cutting it out, this is what we have. You can see the front, you can see the back. Now they are all cut out. So the next thing we are going to do is to cut out this pocket. So let's keep the back piece aside, and we are going to cut out the pocket for the front alone. So just cut out the pocket, and this is it. After cutting it out, this is what the front piece now is looking like, okay? So guys, after cutting, this is what we have, okay? So don't miss out for the stitching part. Turn on your notification bell so that when I place the stitching part of this tutorial, you'll be able to be notified, okay? So if you find this interesting, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video, and also support this channel by commenting. Thank you. See you there.